going to be dealing with how to put a button onto a slide. This might be a little different procedure than you would do because I made the button. And that means I have some issues relating to the fitting of the button to the slide that you might not. But you'll still enjoy the process, and it'll show you how to properly get a button on a slide. First thing, the button has to sit on the nub 100%. And in this case, we can see, I'll let you come around, maybe you can see, it doesn't seat. It's close, but there's a little bit of light gap between and the slide, so we have to deal with that. And the solution is to come and take a little bit off the corner. I'm also going to rough this just a little bit because it'll improve the grip of the tab. I don't want the tab perfectly mirror finished. Let me go up and see if we've got it now. A little bit more. Close. Still close, but not perfect. Why is this important? If you don't have the slide tab seating perfectly on the button, then the tab has to take all the pressure in play, not the shoulder of this. And I've got it 100% now. Okay. So now the button seats 100% onto this. And you'll also notice that the bottom of the button and the end of the slide are about the same size too. That's important also. Okay, so our next process is we're going to have to mix JB Weld 2-part epoxy, a drop of black and a drop of gray. Neither one is a glue until they get mixed. Then it's a glue. So what we're going to do, first of all, is mix our glue up. You could use a set of glasses right around there. Magnifying glasses, just so I can see a little better what I'm working on. Now, we want to remove the excess epoxy from the button. And now we can remove the tape and the wood slots from the slide. Okay. I push the button on and then take a clean index card to come in and to remove any excess goop from that. Now, the next thing I have to do is to put it in a book. I'll show you how I do that. It's the best way to stabilize a slide when it's drying. Come up here. Take a book like this. Slide it in. Like this. Come over and check the alignment. So I can make sure that the button is absolutely straight. And it is. So now it can sit for 24 hours. And just to discuss this a little, you can glue buttons on with a lot of glues. They just won't hold. As an example, you can use crazy glue. But the minute the slide hits the ground, the button will pop off. That glue is a great glue, but not for that application. Rubber-based glues won't work. No way. That metal epoxy from JB Weld, which is used actually to repair engines, that'll hold. You can still get the button off, but it'll hold really well. So that's what I use, and that's all I use to put buttons on. Even if the slide goes down or the harmonica hits the ground, that button's not flying off. You've seen the process. I've actually seen harmonicas from manufacturers where that button was not seated properly on the shoulder of the slide. I've even brought it to their attention. I said, did you notice that you didn't, get the button on touching the, the shoulder of the slide? Oh yeah, we don't care. Well, I said, you can't expect the little tab to take the pressures of what you do with a slide. It's just poor workmanship. That's all I can say. I'm not going to mention the name of the company that did that, but it was a bad mistake, and it was just an example of poor workmanship. Anyway, that's the story on how to glue a button on a slide.